Hey everyone, and welcome to my first video of 2015. Woohoo! I'm going to start this off by very quickly saying why I haven't been making videos in this part of January, because I chipped one of my teeth down here. I chipped it a long time ago, about a year ago, and it was about middle of December. I broke my tooth completely in half. I actually have a little chip of tooth somewhere around my room, but because my tooth was broken and there was like sharpness inside my mouth, I had to wear my retainer like 24/7. I did have braces a long time ago. I had to wear my retainer to make sure that like my tooth didn't crumble apart. So I had a bit of a lisp wearing my retainer, and I don't think other people can tell, but I can definitely tell. And I just didn't feel like talking with my retainer in, but I had to wear it because I was worried my tooth would just go bleh and like explode. So I am back now to do a video for you guys. I'm not sure about you guys, but every Christmas when I get all this new stuff, I bring it up to my bedroom and I'm putting it away, and I realize that I'm like, I don't like that stuff anymore, this old stuff. I get new products or just new things in general, and I find the old ones that I had, yeah, they still kind of work, but I could probably get rid of them kind of things. Usually, right around Christmas, I don't do a spring cleaning like at springtime. I do a spring cleaning in like January, right after Christmas. So I actually came up with an entire like Superstore bag filled with stuff. A lot of it is actually empties, and some of it is just things that I'm throwing away because I have new things, or while I was looking for those things, I realized that there were products that I have that I don't use anymore, that I have better things now. I lied, not Superstore, it is a Walmart bag. As well as this whole Walmart bag, I also have a massive garment bag filled with products too. So I'm going to quickly try and go through everything. And I have my garbage can like literally within arm's reach here, and I'll be throwing things away just because all this stuff has been sitting in my room since Christmas. And like I said, I have not been able to film, but I got my tooth fixed yesterday. Feels so nice and smooth and not broken. But yeah, just gonna go through everything, and if you're interested in seeing all that, just first thing I'm gonna put in the garbage is the makeup wipe I used for doing my makeup today. Don't need that anymore. So like I said, first part is really going to be like kind of an empties, and then I'll get into some of the products that I'm just gonna throw away. First thing is a Bath & Body Works lotion. This is the Morocco Orchid and Pink Amber Vitamin E Shea Body Lotion. I got this back in Mother's Day. There's a tiny bit left in there that I'll probably like squeeze out right before I throw it away, but it is like 99% empty. Absolutely loved this scent. Limited edition, so I don't think you'll be seeing it again, but love their lotions. Absolutely amazing. Next product is the Mane and Tail Hair Strengthening Daily Leave-In Conditioner. I actually have repurchased this already. This one is completely empty. Next product in here is a double. This is the Joe Fresh Eye Makeup Remover. I absolutely loved this product. It has that little pump top thing. The one that I'm using right now, there's something wrong with the pump, and it is like suctioning all the product out, and it's just sitting in this little dish. It is making a big mess and it's leaking everywhere, so I'll probably exchange the top of one of these ones for my other one. And not only do I have one of those, but I have two, plus the one that I'm just about to empty. This is my absolute right now favorite makeup remover. Next thing in here is a go-to. This is the Quo Nail Polish Remover. This is the non-acetone. I absolutely love this. It's not too expensive, and usually it removes all of my polish except if I'm wearing glitter. I do have some acetone remover for glitter, but this one is just my favorite and I love it. Next product in here is the Sonia Kashuk Brush and Sponge Cleaner. I'm throwing away because I didn't actually use the whole thing. I'm not sure where the rest of it is now. I rebottled it because the bottle on this really sucked. It shot it out like in a straight like jet. And I clean my brushes in this little ceramic dish. When I'm spot cleaning a brush after using bright colors like this, I'm not interested in having to rinse it. So this was, I know it wasn't for what I wanted it to be for, but I'm throwing it away anyways because I have a shampoo that I use when I do my brushes. Next thing in here is a mini Endless Weekend. This is from Bath & Body Works. I actually got this from work to try out. Absolutely loved. Great size to put in your purse. And here is the bottle of actually the Sonia Kashuk Brush Remover. I'm just throwing it away, you know. I don't have a use for it. I used quite a bit of it, especially since it used to be in here, so I've used like a bit more than half. But this is actually the Quo Brush Cleaner that I absolutely love, but it is just a bit expensive. So I'm using the Sephora brand one now that I absolutely love, but I hate the sprayer on that one, so I'm gonna have to like juggle all my bottles around. But the Sonia Kashuk Brush Cleaner is in here that I'm throwing away, and the Quo Brush Cleaner was what I used and I loved and had repurchased for years. Next thing in here is some wipes. This is the Simple Sensitive Skin Experts. My grandmother actually gave me these. She got them for free at the checkout once because they didn't mention a survey to her, so she got these for free. I did really like them. They did remove the majority of my makeup, not like a bright eye kind of look, but they removed all of my face makeup and they didn't smell too horrible, and they were a bit drier though. That's the only thing I didn't like, but these were alright. I would repurchase these if they weren't too expensive. Next thing in here is my Dinair brush cleaner. I'm really sad to see this go. I have been using a airbrush system for years. Unfortunately now I can't use it anymore because OCC 100% they had to have changed the formula of their airbrush foundation because it no longer works in my airbrush machine. When I repurchased it in the bigger bottle, I have the smaller foundation bottle like this, and I loved this. I was able to use the OCC foundation in my Dinair system, but when they upped the size of the bottle to the 2-ounce bottle, or the 4-ounce bottle, sorry, they changed the formula and it's too thick to work in the Dinair machine. So I had to return the bottle of foundation, and I only have a little bit left in here. This lasted me like 2 years actually, but I will not be able to use my Dinair anymore because the OCC foundation, I love the OCC foundation. This next empty is from La Splash. This is a splash proof sealer, eyeshadow sealer, and base. I love this so much. I use this all the time to glue rhinestones and things to my face. This has been a long empty coming. It is completely empty, and I'm actually already using my other one here. So this is something that I have repurchased. Absolutely love, not too expensive, and it really like glues. You can glue things to your face with this like glitter. I use this for glitter all the time. From here is No Dark Shadows. This is a complexion enhancer. I actually got this in a Luxe box and I absolutely loved it. The shade was perfect. It is in the shade like Wow, I think is the shade. It's not written anywhere anymore. Yeah, it is the shade Wow, sorry. But I loved this. It actually smelled kind of like lemons, and I really did like it for under eye. This is a maybe repurchase, depending on how expensive it is, but I actually really like this product. Next thing in here is the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In Plus Keratin. I actually went to purchase the It's a 10, the regular one with like the purple top or the pink top or whatever it was, and the girl that was working at I bought it at Walmart at that little hair studio they have there, she actually recommended this one for me because I had like bleached hair, which you can't really tell because my roots are atrocious. She recommended this one for me because my hair was bleached, but really I found I used a ton of this product. Like it pretty much is empty. It's down to like about maybe like 20 or 30 sprays. But probably not that much actually because there's a big divot in the bottom. But I found I couldn't really tell a difference at all. A lot of people use this. Maybe I'll try the bigger one. But this one is the Plus Keratin, like I said, and it just, I didn't really feel any difference or see any difference in my hair. Moving right along, the next thing in here is from Victoria's Secret. This is the Smooth Effects lip scrub. I think I bought this a long time ago. Like it smelled very nice, but the scrub, it was too abrasive. Like it almost hurt when you use it. It was so abrasive. And the balm on the top was really nice. They only give you so much balm, and I have like almost more than half of it left over. One that I'm really liking is the Cherry Scrub from Bite. Absolutely love this one. This one is like less abrasive, but I feel like it does a good job too. That, and if I need a bit more abrasion, I use the Bite one first and then stick a little bit of the Lush Bubblegum one. This one tastes a lot better than the Victoria's Secret one as well. So this one was good while it lasted. I definitely have better things, and when I got the one from Bite over Christmas, I decided that this one, I'll never use it. It'll sit there forever. So it's just going to go in the garbage. The next thing in here is a product that I'm throwing away because I was cleaning and I noticed that the Live Clean Exotic Nectar Argan Oil Treatment, Marco Collection, blah blah blah. This is like a hair oil, and you can see I'm at about the halfway point. I use this a lot for like taming flyaways and stuff, but it is actually like molding, which is really kind of gross. I stopped using it when I got one of the smaller Moroccan oils, but it's definitely molding around the cap, which is really gross. I'm not even going to try to clean it. This is just going to go into the garbage. I don't know when I bought this, definitely years ago. So I'm not that bummed out that I have product left, but I'm just not putting mold anywhere near my hair. And if you see my hand like floating here, it's because I have the bag around my wrist because I don't want to keep bending over and picking it up. The next thing in here is the Juice Beauty Green Apple Peel Full Strength. I bought this tiny little one off of eBay. I'll definitely use it once more to get rid of that little bit in there. But I've heard a lot of people say really good things about this. I'm assuming the one that I purchased may have been fake. I would love to try the full size of this just to see if maybe the little one was fake, and I would love to purchase it from Juice Beauty, but it was just so expensive to buy it straight from them. I'll have to find out if there's a retailer closer to me where I can get the product at a better like price without shipping and all that stuff. But the smaller one for me, I didn't really see a difference or feel any difference, and a lot of people said that this, like, you could feel it on your skin, you could feel the difference, and I didn't really, so I'm assuming this was fake, but it is empty, so I'm throwing it away. Next product in here is from Essence. This is the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. This is the one that is for mattifying your skin, and I actually used this quite a bit. Something that I didn't like though was that the powder was so flaky, it just broke. I don't even know how it broke. One day I was using it, and when I set it down, it just broke, and I repressed it and it broke again. So you can see there's like powder flying everywhere out of this, and I've repressed this at least twice. And I found it had a lot of a white cast to it. There is better like oil absorbing powders that I could use, and this one is just a cheaper one that I was using years ago, probably a year ago actually, and I'm just throwing it away because I don't want to deal with pressing things anymore because it's really annoying. And there is better things out there. Next product in here is from Essence. This is the Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. But I absolutely love this. I will repurchase this. Right now I'm using, normally right now I'm using something different because I tried the Gimme Brow today from Benefit. Just, I think it's a bit too dark, whatever. Normally I use the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow, and I absolutely love this. This is in the shade 10. But I found that I don't really need a brow like set when I use that, so I'm just throwing this away now. I've had it for a while, like I said. You can definitely tell that it is pretty old and needs replacing anyways. So this I loved. It was super cheap. It was like $2.99 or $1.99. Would repurchase, but throwing it away now. Next product in here is from Tresemme. This is the Fresh Start Refreshing Mist. This is for all hair types. I found that this was a bit product is from Essence. This is the Color to Go Polish in Absolute Pure. It actually was completely empty. I used this to pick up loose glitter and then apply it to my nails, but I had dumped all of my like little bits left of top coats and whatnot into the same bottle so I could continue to use it, but then I found it got really thick and gross. So I'm throwing it away. I absolutely loved the Essence top coat for picking up and applying glitter, but when I mixed all of my base coats together, you can even see like there's a ton of glitter like at the bottom there. I'm just throwing this away because I have better things to pick up the glitter, and I have bought actually another one of these to pick up my glitter with. So absolutely loved, have repurchased, will repurchase after that is empty too. All right, this is a product that is in like a long time coming that I'm throwing away. This isn't actually how it is purchased. I think this is from Benefit maybe? No, this is from Too Faced, and they have these like little box shadows that I found were so clunky, and I ripped like the cardboard off for the shadows of these and threw away the rest, and I was just using it like this for years. But I used all of the highlight colors, both of them, the matte one and the shimmery one, and I found like, yeah, I kind of dipped into the other ones. Like I have quite a bit gone actually of the browns. Not a lot of the dark blues, but I mean both of these dark blues, or both of the dark blue and the dark green, those are pretty much just, they're similar enough to Sugar Pill shadows that I'll go for the Sugar Pill shadows instead of these ones. That's like a weak version of Tiara, that's a weak version of that Soot and Stars, oh my goodness, that Subversion, I think, Subterranean maybe, that one from Sugar Pill, Magpie, and then just neutrals. I don't wear a lot of neutrals, and that black is just alright. So I'm throwing this away. Didn't like the packaging, so bulky, ripped this out years ago, but all I really use is the highlight shade, and that's the most of an eyeshadow I've ever used, and usually my highlight goes in all palettes. So I'm glad. I love this for the fact that there was a lot of the highlight shade, but unfortunately I just didn't use the other ones, and I have better things now. Next product that's in here is in a couple pieces because I cut it open so I could get all of my product out of it. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Absolutely loved. Use this every single time I do my makeup. I already have one that I repurchased back when I was in Boston. I repurchased this. Absolutely love it. A lot of people use the Urban Decay one. I just find that one works so much better. I have used the Urban Decay. I use it a lot on people, but the Too Faced Shadow Insurance I use every single. Next thing in here, this is the L'Occitane, whatever, that hand cream that's really expensive. Absolutely loved this. It was nice and thick. Used it on my cuticles, but as you can see, it is completely empty. Wah, wah. I would repurchase this if it's not too expensive. I don't really know the price offhand, but I did absolutely love this one, and this is just the dry skin hand cream. Doesn't have any scent. I've tried the honey one and I don't like it at work, but I know that this one is a nice, alright scent, and it is, like I said, a bit thicker, so it's good for your cuticles. The next product in here is the Proactive Solutions Refining Mask. The only reason I'm throwing this away is because I'm almost certain that this expired in 2009. It says 12/9 on the back here. I'm assuming December of 2009, and that would make sense because my sister bought this for me years and years ago. Either way, if it was expired in 2009 or 2012, I would still throw it away. I did like it, but I just have better things now. There's better masks out there, especially for like a sulfur acne treatment. I did like the Proactive line, like I said, when it was in the smaller, like $30 bottles, but I found the concentration of the product in there that worked got a little bit less potent in the $60 ones. I can talk about that more if you guys want my experiences with Proactive, but I liked it, but there's just better things out there, so. This is something from Essence. This is a lip gloss, the XXL Shine Gloss. I bought this a long time ago. It just needs to be thrown out because it's so old. I rarely wear it. This goes on way too light. It has like glitter in it, so it doesn't even look really nice when it's on, but I'm just throwing it away because, like I said, I have better glosses, and this one is just, it doesn't look good on. Next product in here is NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in purple. I have a lot of better purple bases. This one, it's just so dry, and it has like that kind of goldy tinge to it. Oh, maybe I'll keep this. No, I won't. I've already decided. But it has that purple tinge to it. I would much rather just use an eyeliner as a base. This one is alright. There are better things out there though. Maybe I'll keep the cap. Yeah, I'll keep the cap because my Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk is not the nicest right now. Next thing I'm throwing away, this is an EOS lip balm in, I think it's like strawberry something. I wish they wrote the names on the bottom of these ones. But as you can see, I absolutely used it right to the top there. Strawberry something, I don't know. Absolutely loved these. Have repurchased, use them all the time. There's one on my desk right now. The honeydew one is really nice. But this one I absolutely loved. My dog chewed it up a bit, so you know that this one has been around for a while. Next thing in here, this is a gloss from, I think this is from like Jordana or something. I got this in the States. It's in the shade Talk to You Later. And I just found, it's kind of like that Essence one where it's like weirdly glittery, shimmery. It's just old. There's better glosses that I have out there. I don't need to use this super cheap Jordana gloss. Like it's alright, but it's just old and I have better things. This next gloss in here actually was my sister's. This is from the Jessica Simpson line. The font is too small for me to read, but this is like the Dessert Deliciously Kissable Plumping Fragrance Gloss. I like how this looks on, but this is so old. My sister bought this, or a friend of hers bought this for her, and it's like a cute, like glittery gloss. I really feel like the Carousel glosses, it's similar, like it looks kind of similar. This one's a bit thicker, so I would like this one on better than this one. I just feel bad for throwing it away because I do like it, but like I said, it is just so old. Does Jessica Simpson still make cosmetics? Like, this is a very old gloss. Next thing in here is the Revlon Just Bitten Lip Stain and Balm. My balm is completely gone, and my stain is completely dried out. This is in the shade Passion. Absolutely loved. Lasted a long time. Would repurchase, but I don't remember how much these cost. I don't really have any other lip stains, but I do like this one. So maybe repurchase. Next thing in here, this is the Great Lash Maybelline New York. I actually bought this in New York, so you know how old it is. But I found it when I was cleaning, and it sucks because I didn't actually use it a lot. But it does smell expired. Like, I've used it a few times. Something that I don't like about colored mascaras is I wish they came in smaller, like maybe 1 or 2 use kind of tubes, because like I paid like maybe $6-7 for this, which isn't that much when you talk about mascaras, but I don't know, I feel like you don't get enough uses out of it because no one does green lashes every single day. But I did love this one and I love the color of it. Also, is in the shade Totally Teal. Next product in here, this is the Santa Baby limited edition, lip tint from Lush. And this is not a lip tint. It is like a lipstick. Like, it is so pigmented, which was really annoying when you were looking for something that was like a sheer kind of color, when this was like, it was a lipstick. Like, it was a lipstick in a little tub. And when you have to pick up a lipstick with your finger and apply it, it doesn't look good. So I never use this. It smells really good because it smells like Coke or something, but on the back here it says that it expired. It was made in December of 2013, so you know how old it is. It said it expired February of 2015, so technically it's not expired, but I'll never use this. It's expired soon, so I'm throwing it away. But when I was digging through stuff, I never used this because it was so hard to apply, which really sucks because I kind of liked the color, just like impossible to put in my mouth. And I don't like sticking my fingers in little tubs. If this came in a lipstick form, I would keep it, but I can't, I don't use it. Anyways. Next product in here, this is from the Lash EM. This was in a top box a while back. It's just old. I used it a few times. It has like the lengthening and the volumizing ends. I feel like the lengthening one I didn't really like that much, but the volumizing brush was really nice and big. But the lengthening one just kind of glopped product on because it was so short and condensed. I did like this, wouldn't repurchase it though. There's better things. The next couple products in here I have in this bag. First off, these are 2 lip stain 16 hours from NYX. I bought these back when I was in Miami? No, when I was in LA. They were only 99 cents, so I'm all right that I don't like them and I'm throwing them away without using them a whole lot, but I just thought they'd be a lot more pretty on. They didn't have any testers, so I couldn't really see, so I bought like a default kind of nice pink and like a kind of reddish kind of color, but it came out really, really brown on the skin, so I didn't like this one, which was in the shade Endless Spice, and this one in the shade Persistent Pink. It was nice, I used it a bit, but I mean, they dry out so quick. The next product in here, I have a whole bunch of them. These are the graphics eyeliners from LA Colors. I bought these when they were 99 cents in like a clearance bin, and I understand why they were in a clearance bin, because they're absolute garbage. The brushes are so big, but they're like those foam ones, so you could like really try and get a fine line, but I found they just don't last, and they were cheap, and the colors are really like kind of, I don't know, I never found a need to use these. I've used them maybe like once or twice, but not a whole lot, and I found the staying power wasn't really that good either. But I'm throwing away the shade Black Plum, which was like a purpley glittery one. This is Charcoal, which was like a fun kind of slate gray. Silver, yeah, the silver was really thin. I do remember some of these were quite thin, and that's why I didn't like the teal one, because it was so thin and unpigmented. It just kind of looked like a slight teal shimmery like top coat. Dark brown, I don't know why I bought that one. Brown, don't know why I bought that one. Lime, which this is not lime. This is like, and something else I don't like is the brush is so hard that when you apply it, I like to feel the brush on my eye to know where I am. When you lay the brush down, it leaves like that little empty space in between where you've applied it, because when you lay it and you touch your skin, it doesn't leave any color where you've touched it. It is just like an applicator that's covered in product, whereas for an example, nope, not that one. The Line Stiletto, which is my absolute favorite. This is like a sponge applicator that's covered, so when you touch, it'll leave product. This one, when you touch, underneath where the applicator was, there will not be any product because it's so stiff. But that's not lime, that's like a khaki, what's that, like dark green, like ugly dark green, like that military kind of color. What is that called? What is that stuff called? Camouflage. Thank you. My head. Anyways, this is like an ugly camouflage shade. It does not look lime. I figured it would be a bit lighter. To me, lime is like a nice, bright kind of lime green. This purple one, same thing. When you place the brush, it doesn't leave any color where the brush was, and that was actually really annoying. And now that, because these are pretty old, now that I'm looking at them, that's why I stopped using them, because they didn't look good when you applied them. They were very thin and not concentrated. Long story short, the graphics eyeliners from LA Colors, they are not concentrated. The brush is horrible, and they're very watery kind of colors, even after like shaking them up and whatnot. Also, this one is in navy. This next product is from Pure, P-U-R. This is the Mineral Glow. I found that this product was so hard that I never just got anything out of it. I would put a brush on, I would have to scrub at it to get the product off of like the actual compact, and I have better bronzers now, so this one I don't want to have to work to get a bit of product. And then when I scrubbed, it was hard to just pick up a little bit because you had to scrub at it to get any color payoff, and once you scrubbed, you got a ton. So I'm throwing this away. I got it in a top box a long time ago, so it is probably well past its prime anyway. Next thing that's in here, this is the Benefits Bad Gal Lash. It's just a little one. Loved it. Have used it quite a bit. I can tell just from the smell that it's old. I've used this quite a bit. I loved buying the little ones because it was less expensive and you got just as much use out of it. It never dried out because it was so small kind of thing. But you could tell after a while mascaras just don't smell it good anymore, and you know they're not good, so I know I can't use him anymore because he's old. Next thing in here, this is from Essence. This is the Nail Art Express Dry Drops. Absolutely love. They're like $2.99, super cheap drying drops. I use them every single time I do my nails. And this one, it's like easy to use, easy to store, easy to even travel with because it's so small. And I've also repurchased this. It is already sitting over on my desk where I do my nails. Next thing in here is from Gosh. This is a mascara, Amazing Length and Build. And this is in the shade Electric Blue. It is a super fun, like bright blue mascara, and I absolutely loved it. But mascaras don't last forever, and this is really, I'm not sure if my video cut off, so I'm going to say it again. The product before that last mascara was the Benefits Professional. Absolutely love. I used this as much as I could, and I even like folded it over and like squeezed out as much product as I can. This is probably my 3rd or 4th tube, and I have already repurchased it. Absolutely love it. I've tried other pore like minimizing products, and this one I always come back to because I love it. Next product in here is kind of like a multiple. These are from NYX. These are the Candy Glitter Liners. Jade Green, Disco Queen, Red, and Lavender. And I did like these, but I personally like a lot better the glitter liners, the NYX liquid crystal liners. I like those a lot better because you can just put the liner on. These ones I found the brush was a lot bigger and the glitter itself was a lot less concentrated. It almost is thicker though, like thicker consistency but not in glitter concentration when I place it down. It's thick enough that when I turn my hand on its side I can see like a pile of glitter, and as little as you put on started on top of liner, even as like a top coat to your liner, it never dried and it felt really sticky. And I mean, these colors are gorgeous, so I feel really bad. The lavender one is really pretty. The red is really unique. I would much rather just use the La Splash glitter sealer and put some glitter directly on top of my liner. But these I just found, they even had like little tassels on the top. I bought these when I was in LA, and I liked the colors, which is really unfortunate. I love the colors, but they never dried, which really sucked. Never dried or stayed like really tacky for a really long period of time. And the last thing I do usually after like everything, but right before mascara, is apply glitter over my liner if I do that. So it needs to dry pretty quick, and the NYX ones, the crystal liners, dry pretty quick, so these are going in the garbage. Bigger and better things than those ones. Next thing in here is from Be a Bombshell. This is the eyeliner in Onyx. I found the brush to be way too big on this, and it wasn't like pointy at all. Once you apply it, like, yes, it was a black nice eyeliner and did have a lot of color payoff too, but you couldn't make thin lines, and I don't like a lot of thick liner. Bigger and better things. Throwing this away now because I have a really nice one that I love. By the way, the line stiletto is my favorite, and the Ico one, which I do have one here. This is an empty that I got another one of. This is the Skinny Liquid Liner in black. This one has a very finer tip, and I have repurchased this one, and I found it is blacker and it lasts longer than the Be a Bombshell, so this I have repurchased again. This was the Ico Skinny Liquid Liner in black. Love it, love it. Next thing here is a lot of pencils. I bought a lot of these pencils from BH Cosmetics a long time ago, and I use them here and there, but I found they were really hard to get color payoff. I know I did a video on them a long time ago, but I opened them up the other day, and the actual color part of the pencils completely dried up on the inside there. And I mean, I don't take the caps off for long periods of time, and I did like the color of these, which sucks, but like this one too is completely dried up and like shriveled inside there. So the other one I did try and sharpen and get down to, but I don't know, this one is still alright, but it is just very hard, and it's very hard to get product out. I like more of a creamy lip liner, so those are just going in the garbage because you can't use them. They're completely dried up and shriveled down. There's nothing, like when you open it, there's nothing there, and like I did sharpen them down. These are going in the garbage because they're completely dried up, and I didn't actually think the pencils could dry up, which kind of sucks because like I said, I did like these, great color payoff at the time, but they're just dry. And the next thing in here is from Benefit. This is some kind of gorgeous My Perfect Match foundation or something, the foundation faker. I did get this in a sample somewhere, and it's just too dark for me to use. I thought I could use this as a concealer or as like a contoury kind of color, but I have powder contour that I use, and I'll never use it. I've used it a few times, like I said, to try it out. I kind of liked the formula, but I'll just never use that color, so it's going in the garbage. The next thing are a couple more liners from BH Cosmetics, and same thing, they're just dried. It's hard to see. Can you see me scratching there? And when I finally do get color, it's all flaky and gross. So the BH liner is dry. They dry up and you can't use them anymore. That one was purple something. This one is Midnight. All the lip liners. There was a video. I'll link it, I guess, somewhere. I don't know. This one is in Breeze, which I did really like. And it bums me that I'm throwing it away because, like, I did like the color payoff at the time, but they just dried, which really sucked. This is a lip liner from Hard Candy. Automatic lip liner. This is in the shade Natural. For Natural, for me, this was a bit dark. Right there between the two liners. Very dark for a lip liner. I have another lip liner that is a nicer shade that I do like. This one I did kind of like. I love that it's a retractable, like, twist-up pencil. And I did use it quite a bit actually, surprising as much as I twisted out just then. I did use this quite a bit when I first started wearing makeup, but bigger, better things. I have a lot better lip liners that I like now, more so than this one, because it is a bit dark for me, and I don't like really brown kind of lipsticks. Next thing in here is, this is a Sephora Collection eyeliner, and this is in the shade 11 Crystal. I bought this because X Sparkage did a video where she dotted on her eyeliner, and I absolutely loved it. This is just really old. I could go look up actually. It was like a Sweet Tarts kind of video she did, and I went out and bought this like within the next couple days. Next thing in here is a lipstick from Essence. This is in the shade Coralize Me, and I like the color of it. It is just very sheer. Its long wear is like super not there at all. Right now I'm wearing like a lip balm from Fresh. I'm not the biggest fan of like the scent of their product. I do like the scent of this, but to get a lot of color payoff you really have to scrub it on, but it just doesn't last. I have a lot better like kind of corally pinky colors now, so it sucks that I have to throw this away, but I'll never use this. I really will never use this, so I've got a few good uses out of it. It was super cheap, so I don't feel bad about throwing it away. These next things I'm throwing away, not really throwing them away, I'm just not going to be using them. They're just these kind of eyeliners that are like, they glow under a black light. And I do like them for like artsy kind of stuff. They just are not very opaque on the eye. And they have a really hard time drying, and they transfer to your lid, which I don't like. So I'll use these for like artsy kind of funny things, but I won't be using these on my face as eyeliners. I'll just use like a pressed shadow or like my Kryolan powder or something and set it with the powder. But these ones as standalone eyeliners, they're all right, but I'm not the biggest. And the very last thing in here, this is the J. Katz Beauty Sparkling Cream Palette. This is like a glitter palette. I don't know why anyone thought that applying glitter in like this gel kind of consistency was a good thing. It just doesn't look good. Like once you put the glitter like in this gel, like it loses all of its like shineability, and it only has like a bit of shimmer in it because it's in like this gel kind of state. This one I absolutely love, the like holographic gold one. But, I mean, the second you touch it, all that shimmer is completely gone. It's like the overspray is like really pretty. And this one is like a holographic black, and that one's like a dark silver, like a gunmetal. Like a greenish black, a green, or a dark blue, and the gold one. Like I said, the gold one's really nice. But it loses all of its holographicness the second you apply it, and it's very uneven, and it's like a gel, so it doesn't really dry. Like you can see now, I put that one on my finger, or on my skin a few minutes ago, and it's not drying. Like it's just... it's horrible, and I feel bad because I really do like this, and the overspray on these are so nice, but it's just horrible. Next product in here, this is the Avo Juice hand and body lotion. This is the cran and berry one. Next product in here is from Bombshell. This is a lip gloss, which is obnoxiously large. The lip product is all the way down here. It's a really nice, like, sheer kind of pink color. It is just, oh fuck, you have to twist forever. I don't remember that. It was so long ago I used this, but you have to twist forever to get it on. Anyways, it was a cute gloss. It's just empty and it's old, and I'm throwing it away, and this doesn't really have a shade, but it is just like a light pink. Shopaholic maybe is the shade. I don't know. It has this really cool thing on the one side of like a little woman shopping. This is a product from Lush. This is one of those massagey bar kind of things. I found this was all right. Like the shimmer in it, it looked really nice. But if you can kind of see on the bottom there, it kind of molded, which is really gross. But I have had this for a while. I do kind of like the scent of it, but it's not like my favorite scent. It has like a baby powder-esque kind of smell. This is a product that I'm actually throwing away, but I wanted to mention it because my sister has repurchased this for years. It's really old though. She stopped using it because she uses products, loves them, repurchases them, uses them, and then gets lazy. But this is the Garnier Lift Day Cream, SPF 15. She absolutely loved this. Like I said, this was her like second or third repurchase. But she just got lazy and stopped using it, so it is definitely old and expired. 2014 this expired, so it is going in the garbage. Another Avo Juice. This is in the scent Mango. Love, love, love. These next two products are ones that I actually found. I was hoping to save them and use them. This is the Ole Henriksen African Red Tea See the Difference Serum. I don't know if I'm going to even be able to get you guys to see this product, but it kind of like gelled. It was really weird. It like solidified almost in its container, and I have two of them because one was mine and one was my sister's. We won that. It just gelled. Like it almost looks like that super thick jello that's in the bottom of the pan when you make jello. So I don't want to pump this onto my skin because it's obviously horribly expired 2012. So like I said, spring cleaning, throwing these away, But I do remember when I did use these that I didn't like the scent. Next thing, this is the Silk Result Instant Smoother Flat Iron Protection. I have used a bit of this. It was my sister, she didn't like it, so she gave it to me. I used it for a little bit, but I found, I don't know, it was just kind of heavy and it made my hair feel kind of crunchy, so I'm throwing it away. Also, I just filled my first garbage bag. All old products. Garbage you go. This next product is a big one. This is the Vaseline Deep Conditioning Body Lotion with cocoa butter and vitamin E. I love this. I have the aloe one as well. I have a replacement that I haven't brought out yet, but this one I remember did have a really good scent, and I will use the aloe one. It's alright. I love using it for when I go to sleep to keep a lot of moisture, like, you know, my hands and on my feet and stuff like that, so this will be a repurchase when I run out of my other bottle. Next product in here, this is from Ole Henriksen Fresh Start Eye Cream. This is just really old. I got it at the same time as the red tea stuff. I used quite a bit of it, but there is a little bit left, but it is still pretty old, so I'll be throwing this away, and I have an eye cream that I'm using right now that I really like. This is like on the fence about repurchasing. This is an Urban Decay Primer Potion. It is the smaller one. It's still in that old kind of bottle, so that goes to show how old it is. This is my first eyeshadow primer that I use. Too Faced Shadow Insurance is the best one though. This is a little concealer that I got in like an Ipsy or something. It's a Yabby one in the shade Buff. It was just not the right shade for me. Throwing it away, no use. This is a gloss from Victoria's Secret. This is the lip gloss in the shade I Want Candy. Absolutely love. This one is really old though. I'm not even sure if they sell it anymore, but I just found it and realized that it is too old to really use anymore, so garbage it goes. Another Avo Juice in Raspberry. This is an Elizabeth Arden foundation, I think. Flawless Foundation Sponge on Cream Makeup. I got this in another Ipsy a long time ago. It is just absolutely the wrong shade for me. It is way too dark. And I remember I played with it a bit and it was just felt kind of greasy and very heavy, so garbage. I had this bin of products for a while and I'm just throwing it away now. I remember I got this in like an Ipsy a long time ago. Did it break my nail? No. This is the Juice Beauty Hydrating Mist. This absolutely reeks. I used it a few times, you can see, but it smells horrible. I don't know, even now I just smelled it. It says it tones and refreshes. I can definitely tell that it has that toning kind of scent to it, but I don't know, for refreshing, like I could smell it for the rest of the day too, so I didn't like this at all. This is just a gloss from Quo. I can't find the name of it on here, but I did really like this one. I'll probably repurchase this if I were to see it on sale or something, because I did really like it, and it was kind of like that super cute pale pink color. This next thing I'm throwing away is from Coastal Scents. I know I got these in an Ipsy. They're just 4 eyeshadows. I put 2 of them in here, but I'm probably going to throw them away because I'd never go back and like get products like this. There's other 2 colors in here. The top ones are from Yabby, which I'll keep. The bottom ones are, like I said, from Coastal Scents, and the pigmentation on them wasn't that good. It was nice to try them, but one of them is broken anyways, so I'll never like use that and repress it and all that stuff, so it's just going in the garbage. The next thing in here is from Pacifica. This is the All Natural Multi-Mineral BB Cream. I've used this a few times. I just find BB creams don't have enough coverage for what I'm looking for. I either like a super high coverage, like my Kat Von D foundation, and if I go for anything lighter, usually I use my Naked Skin, so I did like this, but like I said, not a lot of coverage. This next product is from Juice Beauty. This is a lip gloss that I got in an Ipsy. The smell is, to me, just kind of horrendous. I used it a few times, so it's alright, like a shimmery kind of nude lips color, but the smell was just so intense. It was very distracting. It made me feel kind of like overwhelmed. It was so rich, like a citrusy kind of scent. It made me feel kind of sick. This next product is from Mika Beauty Cosmetics. This is just a gel eyeliner. I found this dried really quickly. It's like a little puck inside there, completely dried out. The liner I use on my waterline pretty much is the AMC liner from Inglot. This is number 77, which, as you can see, I am almost out of, so I have to get another one of those. But this one, I used it a few times. Its staying power was alright. I don't really like gel eyeliner for like a liquid line. I like it on my waterline more so, but this one just dried up too quick for me to use all of. Alright, we are almost done there. I only have a few things left. This next thing is from Chi. This is the Keratin Mist Leave-In Strengthening Treatment. I absolutely love this. There's a tiny bit left in there, but I have one that I just purchased, so I'll probably pour this little last bit in here into the bottle that I'm about to open, but I loved this, and like I said, I repurchased it already. This next product is from Apogee. This is Serious Care and Protection Keratin Tea Tree Reconstructor. Like I said, with my Chi one, I'll be dumping that little bit into my newer bottle. I just don't have a newer bottle of this yet, but I do really like the Apogee line. I think it's actually meant for like African American hair, but I do really like it on like bleached hair. It does make it feel a lot nicer, so this will be a repurchase. And the very last like cluster products I have, I was going to do a separate video about them. I decided against it just because it's been a while since I've used them, so I really don't remember 100% about them. They are empty, and technically I want to just say real quick that I would not repurchase these. These are the Fashionista 5th Avenue makeup removing wipes. These are like the little packages they came in, and they were just like makeup wipes like this. If I remember correctly, this one had blueberry extract, the one with flowers had liang liang oil, and this gray one had a blackberry extract. I'll tell you right now, I did like how these removed my face makeup, not for eyes because I wear a lot of like intense eye makeup, but these were really annoying because they didn't attach to themselves. Like, it's really hard to explain unless I just like grab a makeup wipe and show you. This is just like a baby wipe, like a Huggies baby wipe, but pretty much those other wipes, if you were to like fold it in half, this kind of like, if I move my hands, the wipe itself stays together. The wipes on those, they almost felt like a dryer sheet. Excuse me, sorry, I have hiccups. But they almost felt like a dryer sheet, whereas if you had them together, they rub against themselves. So even like against your hands, they like don't connect to things. Like if you wanted to really scrub at something, your hand would move, but the wipe would stay in place. Like, it's really hard to explain, but to use them, I would have to fold them in half like this, pinch them between my finger there, wrap them around, and then pinch them behind my pinky there, so I could get like maximum tension and like use them, and even then they would slide around. It's really hard to explain, but I absolutely hated them, and I don't know why I bought so many. I pretty much bought one of every single scent so I could get like a chance to use all of them, but after using the first wipe, I could tell that I didn't like it. Like, I would go to rub my makeup off, and like example, I would put the cloth up against my skin and I would move my hand, but it would just stick to my skin and not to my hand. Like, it wouldn't stick to anything, and like I would try to scrub, but I would just be moving my hand over the wipe and not the wipe against my skin to remove the product, which it's really hard to explain, like I said, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain with those. I would never repurchase these, and it sucked because they did smell kind of nice, but the wipes themselves were complete garbage, and it was like $4 and you got 60 wipes, so it really sucks that I didn't like these and that they didn't work out very well. But like I said, the actual wipes were absolute garbage, so I will not be repurchasing these, even though they smelled nice. And that is everything for my early spring cleanup. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you've lasted this long. Right now I'm at 5 minutes with this capture, but I at least have like a half an hour of footage. So this is probably the longest empty slash like have better things haul video that I've ever done. But thank you again for watching, and hopefully subscribing if you like what you've seen, and I'll hope to see you soon. Bye-bye! What do you want?
I want some Sowie candy.
Oh, they're all gone.
How come you're all dressed up?
Because I'm filming a YouTube video.
Oh, am I going to be in it?
No, my camera's facing me.
Is my voice going to be in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry to bother you.
NP.